Traveling with a baby is not easy. It requires a lot of planning and a lot of sacrifices. Babies can't communicate effectively, so when they're frustrated, when they're tired, when they're hungry, they cry. You have to understand your baby, understand his signals. There's just a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. Yeah, all you guys see is cute family pictures. My baby is 1 year old and we've traveled twice. The first time when he was 2 months old and the second time when he was 9 months old. In this video, I'm just going to be telling you some tips that will help you when traveling with a baby, some things you need to take along, and some things you need to keep into consideration. If you're interested in learning any of these, definitely hit the subscribe button and keep watching. So like I mentioned earlier, my baby turned 1 this month. And the thing is, I actually haven't spent one night without him. Like, he's legit been by my side for the past 380 something days. This week, my husband and I are going on holiday without him. It's our first cross-country road trip and I'm excited, but I'm also a bit nervous. He's going to be with his grandparents who can obviously take really good care of him. I mean, they took care of me. He's going to have my siblings there. And he's going to be in good hands, but still, you know, as a mom, there's no way I'm not going to worry. So, last year, November, I went to Dubai for a wedding. And we used Rwanda Air, so ended up spending some time in Rwanda. I have 2 videos up on my Rwanda experience already. So, if you want to know where to stay in Rwanda or where the best steak in Africa is, it's actually at the best restaurant in Rwanda. Definitely click on the links above or check in the description bar below. Now, we traveled for a wedding and a lot of our friends who are moms or parents already were advising us to travel without him because they're like, when you travel with a baby, you're basically a slave to the baby. Like, you have to work with his timing, and that is actually 100% true. We did consider leaving him, but he was still breastfeeding. Like, I did 6 months exclusively breastfeeding, and I have a video on my breastfeeding experience. I'll link to it above. So he was breastfed for 6 months, and then he's actually still on breast milk. Let's see what happens when I come back from my trip. But yeah, because he was breastfeeding, if I had traveled without him, I would have gotten engorged because it was a 10-day trip. I would have gotten engorged. And I just felt like, you know, this guy's still a small boy. We still want him. Like, my husband was like, yeah, you know, we still want him with us. And the thing is, traveling with a baby comes with its pros and cons because when they're about to board the plane, they always call up people that are on first class, business class, and people with babies or families. So a lot of the time, we didn't have to queue up at the airport, which was really, really good. They would call us to the front, and he's very cute. We just got a lot of love everywhere we went, especially in Rwanda. They really, really like babies. They're like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Like, different random people, young, old, middle-aged, they all just thought he was so cute. Now, before we left Nigeria, I packed a lot of things. I packed diapers that would last the trip. I packed wipes. He had just started semi-solids around that time. So I also packed some pureed food in like packs. It's called Tommy Streets. It's like Ella's Kitchen, but in Nigeria we have one called Tommy Street. So I packed quite a lot of that. I actually packed way too much of that because I packed like 15. I would probably only use like 5 in total. So yeah, don't be like me, don't overpack food. Tola didn't really, my husband's name is Tola, and he didn't really want me to buy food there, but we still ended up buying snacks there. Like, he really likes Gerber puffs, so we bought some Gerber puffs when we were there. So you have to pack diapers, you have to pack clothes, you have to pack wipes, you have to pack food, you have to pack toys, you have to pack enough clothes, you have to pack like bathing stuff. And the thing is, if you're traveling with a baby who is under 6 months old and you're still exclusively breastfeeding, I advise you to stay at an apartment or a suite or an Airbnb, somewhere where there's like a microwave and a fridge, because you might want to pump when you're going out, and even if you're like traveling with express milk already, you need to be able to keep it in a fridge or freezer. You might want to sterilize your pump parts in the microwave, or you can just go along with the sterilizing bucket and some Milton sterilizing tablets. But when you're still exclusively breastfeeding, it's not as easy as when your baby has started eating semi-solids. So for example, when we landed in Dubai, we were too early to check into our hotel, so we had to go to the mall, and we had breakfast at a restaurant. And because Tiwani cannot eat food, he could eat like the bread rolls that were given to us complimentary. Now from Lagos, there's some things we packed that weren't necessary. We packed his car seat and we packed his baby bouncer. And when we were leaving Lagos, they actually like wrapped it, they shrink wrapped it. And the thing is, we didn't even use it. Like, we came back with it in the shrink wrap because it wasn't necessary. If you're going to a country like the UK where a car seat is necessary, you can take yours along or you can rent one. But in Dubai and Rwanda, car seats are not necessary. We also took along a baby carrier, but I didn't even use it that often. That also took up some space and wasn't really necessary. Now when you're traveling with a baby, if there's a direct flight, honestly that's actually the best way to go, because you just want to get from point A to point B and settle. Now if it's a super long flight like 18 hours or something, you might want to break it up so you have some time in between. But if it's something short like 6 hours, go for it. Like, just pay the extra 20k or 30k to avoid some wahala. And we used Rwanda Air because we were going to Rwanda as well. And the good thing is Rwanda has a really good lounge at their airport in Kigali, and we also have this thing called a visa signature card, which gives you access to hundreds of lounges around the world. So we use that to gain access into the lounge in Rwanda, and I'll just insert some footage of it. So this is the baby lounge at the Rwanda airport. And the cool thing is you can actually see what Rwanda looks like if you're in transit, because we came into this lounge on the way to Dubai, but it was dark and it wasn't as full as it is now. Like today, there's so many people in the lounge. There's nice drinks. My husband is drinking Fanta Citron. There was food there. They also have a shower if you want to have a shower and freshen up. And the really good thing about that lounge in Rwanda is that they have a play area with like a little slide and TV and some toys. And the funny thing is, we actually left one of Tireni's toys there on our way to Dubai, and on our way back to Lagos 10 days later it was still there. So it was just really nice that like no one stole our toy. It was really sweet. Now whether you're staying in an apartment or in an Airbnb or in a hotel, a travel cot comes in really useful, especially if you have a child who is mobile. A travel cot is, number one, good for the baby to sleep in. And for example, if you just want to do something quickly, like maybe do your makeup or hop into the shower real quick and you're the only one in the room with the baby, you can put him or her in the travel cot with like some TV or some entertainment just to keep him or her busy while you get what you need to get done. Most hotels do provide travel cots free of charge. You just have to let them know a few days in advance and they'll put it in your room. Now one thing that made our experience in Dubai really good was the fact that we were able to get a nanny. So Dubai is similar in Lagos in that sense. Like everywhere you go, at the malls, you see a lot of families that have a nanny helping them out, and it came in so useful. The first time we got the nanny was on the day we went for like a boat ride and Tirani couldn't go. So I have some friends in Dubai and one of them already has a baby. So I asked her for recommendation and she recommended this company called Happy Maids. If you want their phone number, just send me an email to kemorgan@gmail.com and I'll give you the guy's WhatsApp number. His pricing was like the best out of all the maid services I contacted, all the maid agencies and nanny agencies. There are actually so many of them, but his pricing was really good and he was able to provide nannies at the last minute and they were able to stay till quite late. So I would definitely recommend him. We used the nanny like 5 different times and 4 of the times it was a Filipino nanny, and then the 5th time I can't remember where she was from, but yeah, the nanny was really good and she was able to put him to sleep. She was able to feed him. Even when we went to the mall, we had her come with us one day. They gave us different nannies every time, but we had one of the nannies come with us to the mall, so at least I could like try on clothes while she was just keeping Tireni busy, because like I had a really bad experience where Tola and I like split ways. He went to do his own thing and I was doing my own thing. Tireni needed to be changed and the changing rooms were pretty far away. You know all these malls in Dubai are so big. So I was like, you know what, there's a Debenhams here. They should have like a proper changing room with some chairs so I can just go in there and change him. Now your girl got into the change room, there was no chair, so I sit down on the floor, change the boy and feed him on the floor because he was very, very cranky. And that low-key traumatized me. It was just like, it really pained me. I was just like, chai, this is my life. This is my life. I sit down on the floor feeding baby. It was a bit deep. But yeah, I'm really glad we were able to get the nannies because they helped us. Because the thing is, babies, they work with a schedule, you know, and when a baby needs a nap, they need a nap. And if they don't get that nap, they're going to go bonkers and make noise and just be cranky and you'll be feeling bad. You can just mess up your day. So you actually just have to pay attention to your baby's cues. You also have to ensure that you don't overpack your itinerary with like back to back activities. Like babies need to rest, they need to eat, and they eat more than us. Their stomachs are small, so they also eat more frequently. Now the thing is, because at the time we traveled, Tireni was just like getting used to semi-solid, so I didn't even realize how often he needed to eat. It was one of the nannies that was like, I think this baby is hungry, and that's when I now realized, yo, I need to be giving this boy Cerelac in the morning. Like breast milk is not enough at the point where a baby is 7, 8, 9 months. So when we realized that, we would give him Cerelac in the morning just to fill him up. And when we go out, we'll give him like bread, he'll eat broccoli, he'll eat fruit, he'll eat veg, he'll eat the puree packs as well. He doesn't really love those puree packs, but when he's hungry he eats them. So yeah, you have to just pay attention to your baby. They grow and they change so quickly. Like the baby we left Nigeria with isn't the same baby we came back with. He was so much more active. Like he was a lot more active when we came back. One very key thing I must add is that if you're planning to do touristy activities and you're planning to take your baby along, make sure you plan to go on these activities when your baby has woken up from his nap, or like first thing in the morning when he still has some energy. You know, babies usually have like 3 to 4 hours of playtime before they need a nap. So ensure that you plan your activities in line with your baby's schedule. There's such a huge difference between traveling with a baby and traveling without a baby. I wanted to vlog, but bringing out my camera was just not even in the cards because I couldn't afford for it to get lost, and I had to be so focused on him. I'm carrying my hand luggage, I'm carrying baby bag, I'm carrying handbag, you still carry baby. Like there's just a lot of stuff that you're doing. I would say try and have as little luggage on you as possible so that you don't lose anything. If you really are desperate for a holiday and you want to take your baby along, try and choose a country where you already have like a friend or a family member that you know can take care of your baby or can at least recommend a trusted nanny service. There are a lot of hotels that have like a kids club for parents with like older children. You can also try and like include activities that your baby will enjoy. We took Tireni for a baby sensory class. He also got into the swimming pool for the first time and he really enjoyed it. So you just have to remember that traveling with a baby, you can't be selfish. It's not just about you, it's not about your own enjoyment. The baby also has to enjoy. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you learned from it. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share with your friends who have a baby. I asked on Instagram if anyone had questions about traveling with a baby, so I'm just going to answer those questions now. So the first question is, where do I put my baby's carrier when I'm traveling by air? So you usually would have to hold it, or if you have space in your hand luggage, you can put in your hand luggage, or your husband can hold it. Next question, how do you feed him when you're at restaurants? You need to have a nursing cover. I might actually just do a blog post with travel essentials listed out, but you need to have a nursing cover and you need to ensure you're wearing nursing friendly clothes. So for example, wearing clothes like a wrap top that would allow you just bring out the boob so you can feed him or her, and ensuring you have a nursing cover. The good thing about all these developed countries is that they usually have like a baby room where you can change the baby and where you can feed the baby as well. And also if you're still exclusively breastfeeding, you can go around with an electric bottle warmer or just like a flask and like a plastic container that you can put the bottle in to heat it up. Most restaurants will also be able to provide hot water for you to warm the milk. Somebody said, at how many months did you fly with Tireni to Nigeria? So I came back to Nigeria when Tireni was about 8.5 weeks old, because I wanted him to have the 8-week jab that is given in the UK, and we use British Airways because direct flight is the way forward. My sister-in-law gave me this tip that you should feed the baby just before you take off, and you should also feed the baby when you're landing, so the baby's ears don't get affected. Tireni was actually really good on the first flight back to Nigeria. He only got cranky when we landed, and like the AC got off and it was a bit hot, but throughout the flight he wasn't cranky at all. One thing also that you need to take note is that if you're traveling with a baby, you should call the airline beforehand, let them know you're traveling with a baby, so that you can get the first seat in front, so you can have a travel cot for your baby to sleep in. On the flight from Lagos to Kigali, we had a travel cot and Tireni slept in it, and that was really nice. Somebody said, did you check in your car seat or stroller, or did you wait till the boarding gate? So we checked in the car seat and the baby bouncer, and we used the stroller up until we got to the gate. Did we have to pay for Tireni's seat? Yes, we had to pay, I think, about 10% of our ticket for Tireni's seat. And if you're coming back with a baby, they usually would give you allowance for like 1 suitcase for him, and then 2 out of the car seat, the stroller, and the baby cot. So yeah, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you watch all my other videos on motherhood to find out how I felt when I found out I was pregnant, what the first trimester was like, what the second trimester was like, what the labor was like. I have so many interesting videos, so make sure you check them out, and I'll catch you in my next one. And make sure you follow me on Instagram so you see all my awesome pictures from my vacation with my baby. Hey, I'm excited. Bye.